Hey everybody, welcome to my Beauty and the Beast film collection doll review, so make sure you visit my channel to check out the reviews on each character. Hey everybody, it's JLantis here and welcome back to another video, and today we're finally going to be taking a look at the Disney Store film collection Belle doll from the live action Beauty and the Beast movie. So I am so excited to review her. A lot of you guys have been asking for my review and I just got her yesterday thanks to my very good friend Matthew who helped me get her. So thank you so much Matthew for helping me get her and sending me all the way to here. Alright, so let's get started. So here is Belle in her packaging. So as always, I love Disney Stores, a film collection packaging dolls. They do such amazing window display boxes, so you can still enjoy the doll if you're keeping her in the box. You know, you get to look at it from all the angles. And I love the packaging of the gold flake patterns here, and also these frosted designs on the windows to coincide with the wintry theme of the movie. The logo is on the bottom corner, Beauty and the Beast. This is Belle Film Collection. And she, on the top of a box, she has like a little pointed angular corner here. I think it's to make it look like it's, you know, warped and out of shape, like the castle when it's under the curse. And on the back, it has a picture of Beast and Belle. And underneath, explains you a little bit about what the film collection line is. But it's just a generic explanation. When they did the Oz dolls, they have like character-specific info on the back as well. So I really like that. So I wish they would explain a little bit about Belle, the character herself. And she retails for $35. And I love the thickness of the box as well. Her dress is nicely poofed out and she's comfy in there. So regarding her pose, she has like a very simple pose. I would have wished they displayed her hands a little bit more elaborately, like up there or down there, something like that, to make it more, you know, glamorous. And here is Beast. He is posed quite gallantly. I don't think they could have done any other way for his pose because it's so huge, but I like it. It displays him really nice in there. And on the back of the box, it has the same picture that it had on the Belle doll. His box size is exactly the same as Belle, even the width and also the height as well. Alright, so we're back with Belle out of the box, and oh boy, these boxes may be pretty, but they are so hard to take out, especially because I don't want to ruin their boxes, so it takes so much time. I took like 30 minutes taking out all the dolls because I'm reviewing everyone, and so these had to come out at the same time as well. But anyways, this is a clear look at our packaging. I really love it. It's a frosted window and it's broken. I think this is Beast's chamber, maybe the West Wing, because if you notice in the trailers, he usually stands here with the rose here in the middle, so I like that. Again, with like all Disney film collection dolls, it's kind of three-dimensional. Has like little extra pieces to make things pop. So that is the background. Alright, now let's move on to doll. So they do not come with stands, but you know, they're on my usual Kaiser doll stands. And here is Belle. The first thing I notice is that her dress is so poofy. It spreads out so big, and it doesn't look that big in the box because they're all like stuff here like this. They're all stitched together, but once you take it out, everything just comes out so poofy, and she has like stuffing underneath there. So alright, let's get started on with the review. So I've covered most of what people concerns in my reaction video, so I may not go into all that detail again, but still I will review her in detail. So I'm gonna start with the dress first. So first up we have her bodice. So it has like two little pieces coming down here. They're glittered, and I read it in the Entertainment Weekly interview that these are supposed to be feathers that they fall down from the ceiling or something. So I'm really can't wait to see that in the movie, how that will work. So I have a little sleeve piece here, and that piece, this main thing goes all the way to the back, which I like, and it comes with a little triangle point here, and underneath is where the feather details would be there. But right now they're just like printed in gold glitter and have little details here this like fishnet kind of material right there on top of each layer, so that's nice. And then she has her necklace, which is currently attached to her bodice so that they don't move around. I still can't make it out what the necklace is. In the movie, in the posters, it kind of looks like thorns, so it's a really interesting necklace, and I think it's going to play an important role in the film because she has been wearing it everywhere in the trailers and posters, so I'm intrigued to find out what it is. Alright, so moving on with her dress. So the dress and the top are two pieces. I like it when they do that. And this is her skirt. So her skirt, like I said, it's huge. Let me zoom out here. Like spreads out. It's really amazingly beautiful. And of course, the thing is that this dress is based on one of the earlier dresses that she wore in the promotional shots, because the actual final dress in the movie is different. In the final dress, she has so many different layers, like starting from her hip and waist area, and they kind of cascades down, whereas this version goes all the way and the ruffles and the layers only start at the bottom, with the top layer having the patterns only. Because I do understand that, you know, merchandise are approved like a year in advance, so maybe they settled on this dress design, send it out to designers for the toys, and they apparently changed the dress in the movie, and by that time I think it was too late to change the merchandise probably, so that's how we end up with this one. But still, nonetheless, it's beautiful. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers, 6 if you include this little fishnet petticoat here, so that's amazing. So the main top layer is this beautiful yellowy gold, and it's sparkled and have these patterns here. They're stars and they're like feathers, and they go all the way around right here. And the next layer is just this beautiful, I think, organza, not organza, but kind of like see-through, so it's kind of like that fabric. I don't know how to call it. I'm really bad with fabrics. So I have 2 layers of that. And then we have this lighter shade of layer here, and underneath she has like a plain little fabric here to top everything off, because the rest of the layers are all see-through, so this one is what? Keeping her modesty hidden. And underneath she have this fishnet petticoat here to keep the dress even more poofed out. And it's also helped by these stuffings here. I might take out the stuffings because usually the fishnet petticoat will be enough to keep the poof out. And on the back is where the magic is. So she have these ruffle details here that are amazing. Look at that. I really love it. It reminds me of the designer fairy tale Cinderella doll's dress. And also have like a few pieces of ribbons, I suppose, that they have here. They're kind of attached to her dress at the moment. I'll cut them off later. And it comes to a little point here that is also stitched together with the rest of the dress. So overall, the dress is really beautiful, and the design is quite interesting as well. I only wish that they would have been able to capture the final dress in the movie. Oops, her stand is falling out. Alright, so moving down, we have her shoes. Her shoes are nicely detailed. I'm glad that they gave her like movie accurate shoes and not just, you know, simple flats or just any other heels. And taking a closer look, it has like a brown bronze color with gold leaf, gold feathers or leaves, but it has like an accurate feel to what she would wear during that time period that the movie is based on. And like a little bow detail here. It's very nice. And her articulation, of course, you have the jointed knees. I'm not so sure about you guys, but I am not a fan of these knees because as you can see, they're very bow-legged. I always end up having to like tie with a rubber band together so her legs would still stay straight and she would stand nicely. If you make her sit, her legs do kind of spread out. So I think Disney Store definitely needs to update their bodies soon. Alright, before I move on to her face, let's move on to some of her accessories. So she has a pinky ring. Again, it's an interesting choice of jewelry. She also seems to sport that in all the posters and trailers. So this Belle seems to be all about the accessories. She also has her hair clip here. Right there, I think they look like feathers. Yeah, I think they are definitely feathers right there. It's beautiful. It's not as gold as her necklace. It kind of has like a bronze feel to it. And her hair is styled pretty much like the animated look. They're pulled back on the sides, and the pullback pieces are then braided and turned into a knot, a little bun here. So that bun detail is very nice. I love the braided detail there, and the rest of the hair is falling in some gentle curls that are somewhat gelled, but I think a simple wash could fix that. I hope it doesn't turn really frizzy. And she also have like a little piece here on the side. Be careful with this little piece though, because I have a friend who just took her doll out of the box and this piece apparently came out and left a hole in her head, which is scary. We don't want that to happen. For the rest of her articulation, she have the usual Disney Store joints: shoulders, elbows, wrists. Alright, now finally, we're gonna talk about her face. So again, I have gone through all the details and people have thrown in their Justin Bieber jokes and all that, so I'm gonna skip all that and go right into detail. And a lot of people have strong opinions on her face, so if your opinions don't match mine, please don't get angry. This is my own personal opinion, and you can still discuss your opinions in the comment below. Just keep it civil, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna start with her face sculpt. So her face sculpt does resemble Emma, like on the profile, it got her features down, her nose, her chin, and in my previous video I have also addressed the concerns of her forehead being big. That is because of the new style of head that Disney Store has been using. So basically, this part that you're seeing, the visible part of her face, it's like a mask, you know, so it's hard plastic. And this part where the head is rooted is the usual soft vinyl head. So this is a separate piece, this is a separate piece, so they can't even do like a widow's peak because the rooting can't come down on her forehead. That's why you see a lot of repaint artists using just brush to kind of mimic the hairline. As you can see, the hair is coming out under the mask in a separate wig piece and not rooted apart together with her head. So it's gonna be hard to reroot her because I was planning to reroot her and make her into a Hermione doll. I don't really know how to reroot her right now with this wig cap. So that is the problem with it. But if you look at a picture of Emma, you can see that they did try to go for accuracy and really try to make it look like her, but she does have kind of a larger forehead, and she does have the bags under her eye, she does have her smile lines, so they tried to go for accuracy. I just think that it didn't translate on the doll as well as Disney Store had hoped. Because while it may look natural on the real Emma's face, they kind of made her look older on the doll. But that changes. I mean, again, her face have different expressions and different looks depending on the angle. Like if you put her on the side, the under eye bags kind of disappear and she looks much younger, much better. And another thing is that she have freckles. The real Emma has freckles as well. So again, Disney Store tried to go for accuracy, but the way they painted the freckles are just a little bit too much, just for me personally. So I think if they kind of spread out the freckles a little bit and not like spewed in this area, where she would have looked much better. And her mouth, I really love her smile. Look at that. Emma always have that kind of little smirk with her lips kind of going on this side more than the other one. They capture that perfectly, so I love that. So for her eyes, I can't really decide. It looks like she's looking straight on at some points, but she also looks like she's looking to her left at some points. I think it's a side eye. That's not like a really defined side eye, so let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Is she looking straight or is she looking to the side? So for her makeup is very minimal, very natural. I think that's how Emma wanted it. She have a light blushing, and she also have like a little brown eyeshadow going on there. And the only thing is that I wish they would have given her more eyelashes. Right now she only have 3. And I also wish that they would have used a black liner for her lower lashes as well, so that her eyes pop more. And her eyebrows are nicely painted as well. I love the fact that they have these hair details here. It's not just like a black line. They've given her like individual strand painted there, so that's really nice as well. Oh, and on this side she has her earring. I was hoping for an actual earring, but it's just painted, so maybe only the limited edition doll will have like an actual little separate plastic earring attached to her. And another thing I didn't quite like is that because of the new plastic material that they use, you know, plastic is shiny, as you can see on her body. It does shine, right? So it does leave her with a little bit of an oily look. And for her overall face shape, I think where the Justin Bieber jokes are coming from, because Emma's real life face is more oval, where they kind of make the doll look a little bit squarish. So that's why people have been joking that she looks like a guy. So the new head, aside from that weird 2-piece mechanism wig thing, it does still move like any other doll would. Right there. And it does leave her face with a little bit of a yellowy tint as well, as you can see, while her body has more of a pink tone right there. And I don't think Emma is this pale in real life. So overall, for her face, I think the sculpting is there. I think only the paint, the way it's painted, wasn't executed as well as Disney had hoped, and why she's coming off in this way with, with receiving with mixed reactions, because again, if you look at the sculpting, it's quite there. It's Emma, you can see her features nicely. I wish they would have added more depth to her paint, more lashes and whatnot to really capture her. For her forehead, I think if we try to restyle her, bring her bangs a little down. Right now they're just like going straight, so if you can swoop here like that, I think her head would look much better. Can't wait to restyle her. And I also wish that Disney would not use this mask and wig method in the future unless they can really improve on it. If not, I really urge Disney to just go back the way it has been done in the past dolls. Since Oz dolls, I mean, they still look like dolls, but they also resemble their actors. So I still applaud Disney for going for realism, but I think they could have executed it better in future dolls. Alright, so overall, I would have to give her a 4 out of 5. I definitely want to give her a 5 because her dress is stunning, because I'm so excited to have an Emma Watson doll, and I don't even have an issue with the sculpting and paint. The only issue I have is this mask and wig two-piece thing that I don't want to see in the future doll, so that is why I have to give her a 4 out of 5. Nonetheless, I still recommend that you get her. If you can't get her for her retail price of $35, maybe wait it out and get it for a sale because she's definitely worth it. Alright, so we're back with Beast out of the box. So this is his background. Again, the same as Belle, his West Wing, I think. Broken window, really nice. So surprisingly, Beast was the easiest to debox out of all. I thought he was gonna be difficult because he's huge, but he only has like a few restraints where the other dolls has like a million on them. So here is Beast. So let me show you a size comparison with Belle. I really love the fact that he is towering over her, even though it's just by one head. And I kind of wish that she would be looking at him at the other side, so when you pose them together, it's gonna look like they're looking at each other, and it's gonna be really romantic. But this way, it looks like he's looking at her, and she's like being coy and looking to the other side. You know, girls always playing hard to get. Alright, so here we go with Beast. So his sculpt is really nice. It's quite brown. A friend of mine joked that he looked like chocolate. In person, his mane, his hair, his beard, everything is nicely sculpted and painted. The paint detail is really great. He has like varying highlights and shades and shadows in there to make it look, real. And he also have his horns. I love the detail on his horns here. Right there. So there has been like mixed feedback on his horns going backwards because the animated Beast was going forward. I don't have a personal problem with this per se, and it seems like he has a scene here. So I think this piece is like a separate piece. The hair and the face are like glued together. What is with Disney and gluing two pieces together with this doll? And he have his blue gentle eyes. His eyes are amazing. They're so piercing, which is an important part of Beast because that is how Belle recognizes him after he turns into human. He doesn't seem to have eyebrows though. Well, technically his entire face is hair, so there's not going to be a separate eyebrow. His lips and nose are nicely sculpted as well. Alright, moving on to his outfit. So first up, we have this little thing here. I forgot what it's called again. Someone please correct me. This time I promise I'll write it down and remember. It's attached to his top here. It doesn't go all the way around though. It kind of stops here on the side. And then he have his jacket, a coat I would say. Coat from his suit. It's so scary. I'm just ripping things off right there. So it's quite thin. Not as detailed as Gaston's coat actually. Gaston's coat is actually quite thick. But you can remove it. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can. It's not as hard as Gaston. Gaston wouldn't even come off. I tried to. Right there. So his shirt has these ruffles again at the end. And there are 2 layers. So that's really nice. And he's padded a lot. There are a lot of foam in him to make him look really robust and huge like a beast. I'm not going to take off his clothes because it will be difficult to put back on. And underneath he have his vest here that has more of these gold foil patterns printed on. A few buttons here and there. The same patterns are on his jacket as well. They're just stunning. I really love the patterns here. That is really amazing. I love the shade of his blue as well because blue is my favorite color. I love all shades of blue, but this blue is just mysterious and also makes him look royal and handsome at the same time. He have details for his pockets, although they don't work as actual pockets. And I love the pleating and the paneled back of the coat. Now let me see if his vest and his shirt are attached together. Oh yeah, they're not two separate pieces, they are attached together as a one piece. But the illusion is there, it works quite well. It does look like there are two pieces. It made me wonder. That's nice. And we have his pants that have like a wool kind of feel to it, similar to Gaston's pants. And his tail is actually attached to the pants, not to his body. So when you take off his pants, his tail will come off, but he does have undies. Finally, we have his feet. His feet is very interesting. It's a huge departure from the animated look. And you have paws, actual paws. That is kind of cute, don't you think? Because I just love animal paws. Whenever my kitty Elfie tries to sleep near me, I would just grab his paw and kiss it and sniff it because just so adorable. Sometimes it's not a good idea because he had just come out of the litter box and I'm sniffing his paw, which is not good. But the fur detail is nicely sculpted there. But they could also have done like how Monster High does, with the tail being removable and attached here so they can still swivel around. So yeah, come to think of it, I wish they would have went with that route. So for his articulation, he moved at his head. Nicely, it's nice, but it's kind of hard because his hair and his outfit are clashing, but he still moves well considerably. He moves at his shoulders, his elbows. He doesn't have any wrist joints though, but here is a look at his hands. They're kind of human-like actually, just like hairy human hands with longer nails. So I kind of would have liked to see it being more beast-like, but the poses of his hands are different. This one has like a relaxed open palm, where this one has like sort of like a curl to his fingers, so I like that little fact. And he also moves at his knees, they bend. So overall, I think the Beast is great, but the Hasbro doll did flocked his face, so he's like furry face, so that's nice. But if you're going for a collector item or more realism, I definitely recommend that you go for the Disney store versions of Beast. So I do think he's worth his retail price of $35, but I would recommend that you grab him when there is a sale, which is going to be a better deal for you. Alright everybody, so I think that wraps up my review, so I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and also make sure you stay tuned to check out the rest of my Beauty and the Beast dolls reviews right here on my channel. You can also check me out on Instagram at JLantisToys for more photos, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye!